Zangief. better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Show me everything you have! NègSòt! Round one. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Easily escapes. Goes for the fireball. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Trips him up. Player 2 has the life lead. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The low kick connects. Opts for the throw. What's the play here? They trade. Long low attack hits. Big low reaching heavy. This is a critical point of the round. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match. It's too much! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Uses the target combo as a filler. Shoots off a fireball up close. Earlier we saw a nice comeback with some very tough mental fortitude on display. You know the opponent isn't going to forget that. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Medium kick hits. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Both fighters planning something? Big throws. Player 2 holding an Oboro hit. Akuma looking to play hide and seek. Player clutch, anti-air. Pumps nothing but air. The low. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 is barely burnout. Expect a kick out of nowhere. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Demon Raid. The last round. It's reach out and hug it. Throws that off. Oh, yo, raw super hit. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Blocks the low heavy. Checks him with the projectile. Had the radar up and running. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Lots of aggression from both sides. The low heavy hit. The jump in is denied. Sticks the combo. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Alright, what's coming up next? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. The quarter makes it hard to his target lock and scoop. It's too much! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Looking to plan them with a pile driver. Super on depth for both fighters. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Time to shatter some life bars and dreams. Hope you like gardening, because you're about to be planted! Wow, that's some strong critical. What's gonna happen? Checks with a medium kick. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Demon Red Blade kick! So, solid anti-air! Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? All in with a rush! Are we gonna see flatlines on? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Not shy with the grab. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Those aren't working here. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Will they be able to manage what little drive gauge they have? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Life lead opens up. The big play does it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Holds out with the block. Player 2 creates a burnout trigger. If this is gonna be bad news, looking to plant him with a pile driver. Knockdown and player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Zones with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Escapes the corner. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Will this super art do anything? Finishing but closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Hits them with a fire. Was looking for that jump attack. Player 1 has the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The low kick connects. Goes for the command grab. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Got their eye on the air. Shoots off a fireball up close. Where's their opening? Well-timed corner switch. In a dire situation, they can't afford. Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That drive impact is blocked. Just moments ago, we saw some very solid pressure against the wall. That's how you close out games. It's so hard to fight back against that. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive up. Smart play with the throw. Going in? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Burnout activates. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Akuma going to cross-up attack. Jumps in. Ooh, what a smart throw. Quick breathing. Bomb critical. What's gonna happen? A super art? Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Drive gauge finally recovers. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe? Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone KO. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Demon Raid? Goes for the rush. Connects with medium kick. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Gets scooped from down low. Oh, burnout triggered. The low. Zangief. Oh man, this is a scary range. Demon Raid? Their life is hanging by a thread. The throw connects. Oh, here we go. Nice fireball. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Nails it. Wraps it up with a throw. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The super armor does its job. They trade hits, and now shoots off a fireball up close. Takes a trip. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws a fireball. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Headbutt, looking to plant him with a pile driver. Going in. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Oh, could be the start of something. Player two is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. KO! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Brushes off the impact. No good up high. Goes for the command grab. The command grab doesn't make it. The low heavy hits. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Player one with the life lead. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. What are they thinking here? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. Checks with the projectile. No good up high. Sticks the jump in. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Big, low, reaching heavy. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Zangief takes a trip. In there! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Zones with the fireball. Medium kick hits. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Took him to the corner and a flat uses the gauge for a super on. Big anime vibes with Imperium's end. Play kick to smother it. Player two will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Sees the overhead coming. Player two in dire strait and whiffs. They're wide open. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Low heavy, overhead, but it won't work. This is gonna hurt. Player 2, big time whip. Big gamble closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Excellent damage on that. Great headbutt. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Both fighters are down to half life. Turns out, crowns him from above. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Do they think it's time to bust this out? Player 2 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. Goes big time to end it. Never ever miss a chance to show off the fancy stuff. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, talk that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Grabs and throws them away. Demon Raid? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player 1 has the life lead. The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Long low attack hits. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Jump? They were not clear for takeoff. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Brushes that off and keeps going. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Good instincts to spend resources while they have them to tack on more damage. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Medium kick hits. Their will to win is really being tested here. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Zones with the fireball. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Sakuhado. Blocks the low kick. Up tap to close it. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Headbutt. The low doesn't connect.
No good up high.
Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Checks them with a projectile. Goes for the super art? The big play does it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. Throws them to negate the block. Jumps in. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Jumps? Oh, burnout triggered! Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Medium kick hits. Going in, looking to plant him with a pile driver. Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. There's a burnout. Denies the jump in attempt. That was catch as catch can if you're gonna get in a fight. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Jump. Throws him. What's next? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Still slugging it out here. Player 1 has the life lead. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets the jump in. From up above. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Holds out with a block. In a dire situation, the perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Very slick with the combo. Hits him with a stop and bop. Target locked and scoop. Risky up-close scrap still going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Medium kick. Knockdown and medium kick hits. Player 1 will look. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
It's a mirror match. There's gonna be a lot of pride on the line for this one.
Show me everything you have. I'll take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. No go for the throw. The low kick connects. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that, finding it tricky to manage their drive. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Can't tech the throw. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks with a medium kick. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Shows a medium kick. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. They're trading attacks. Goes for the jump in. They return to center stage. What'll happen here? Super Arts on deck for both sides, looking to plant them with a pile driver. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? The low! Amazing! They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Big drive gap now. Sees the overhead coming. They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Screw pile driver. You need guts to pull that off. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach?
Knockdown. Goes for the command grab.
Lots of aggression from both sides. Not shy with the grab. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense.
Knockdown.
Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws him. What's next? Still very early in the round. Still slugging it out at this range. Heavy punch sends him flying. Hits him with a stop and bop. Blocks the overhead. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Throws him! Are we gonna see a comeback here? Double lariat, and now? They're taking a seize the overhead coming. So, what's next? Great headbutt! Closes it out! Player 2 shows they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They trade hits, and now? Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner.
Goes for the command grab.
Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. They block the overhead, and neither of them willing to back off. Life lead opens up. Snipes them out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. It lands a punish counter for the first hit. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Still slugging it out at this range. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. The low. Target locked and scoop. Gotta do better than that. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Barely blocks the jump in. Burns out. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Okay, here we go. Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? The match just started. How did they read that throw? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Target locked and scoop. What are they gonna do? Block super hard incoming. Oh, Russian headshot. What reads the jump in perfectly. They can't make any mistakes here if they want overhead, but it won't work. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start get the tips with the low heavy. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Heavy punch sends them flying. Medium kick. Gets the jump in. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Life lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Drive usage is back on the table. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Looking for a chance. Who will capitalize? KO! Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Who's going to start things off? Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Both fighters planning something? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Both life and super art gauges are not looking good. Time to grind it out. Gets the critical one. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Oh, here we go. Where's Flatline Zone? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps? Medium kick hit. Crowns him from above. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Both sides getting ready. Dangerous range here. Sets up with the jump in. No! This will break them. Both fighters are down to half life. Reach out and hug them. Okay, nobody blink. Are you kidding me? Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound. Pack your bags. We're going to Siberia. The soup, hold your breath. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Pressuring them in the corner. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Takes a trip. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. That baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Lots of life to play with and full SA meters. What will they do? Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Neither fighter is willing to back down, looking to plan them with the power. It's too much. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Player 1, burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Yo, are they actually dead? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Jump? Player 1 has the life lead. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Blocks the jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. The jump in is denied. The low heavy hits. Parries the attack and taking stock. Can't tech the throw. Oh, whiffs the grab. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit a KO? Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. A little too greedy there. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Heavy punch sends them flying. Sneaks in above. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner target locked and scoop. Overhead, but it won't work. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Big, low, reaching heavy. Just out of range for that throw. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Starts with a jumper. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. The jump-in is denied. Life lead opens up. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. All right, what's coming up next? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. No escaping that! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Gets scooped from down low. Jumps in. Headbutt. Breaks those shins. Target locked and scoop. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Looking to impress with this super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Super! That's what we want to see. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Player 1 knocked them out of the air. Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Oh, Russian handshake. A jump crowns them from above. Getting up close and personal. They've got about half life left. Big time whip. Impact squash. Their drive hit. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Jump drop zone, baby. Ooh, does a flip. Are you kidding me? Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Double lariat and now looking to plant him with a pile drive. Player 2 has the life advantage. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive. You KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Big counter. Heavy punch sends them flying. Breaks those shins. Target locked and scoop. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Get scooped from down low. Shows a medium kick. Reads the jump-in perfectly. What's next? Oh, Russian handshake. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Looking for a hole. Brave headbutt. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 2 comes away with the win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Heavy punch sends them flying. Got their eye on the air. Anticipates the overhead. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Lots of aggression from both sides. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? The jump-in is denied. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Checks with a medium kick. Taking stock. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. What'll happen here? Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Double lariat, and now brushes that off and keeps going. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their driver is experiencing burnout. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Looking for a chance. Strong critical. What's gonna happen? KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Barely blocks the jumping. Medium kick hits. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Who will force the other's hand? Here comes the corner pressure. Solid anti-air. Will this super art do anything? Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super.
Let's go!
Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
Nicely done!
Player 1 showed they are truly the best of